she made her do. She started doing her hair and makeup, oh, just for you. Only because you kissed a girl when you wanted to. You think you're young and smart, got no responsibility in this world. But if you're young and smart, you should know better. Don't get laid back, cause you're not that cool. Don't think you're safe and sound walking around breaking rules. I'll bet your parents are worried sick. That's not as cool as you think, not as cool as you think, yeah. So you came home late just cause you wanted to. Your mom's still awake with her heart in two. She started, where have you been? It's 2:30. Only because you came home when you wanted to. You think you're young and smart, got no responsibility in this world. But if you're young and smart, you should know better. Don't get laid back, cause you're not that cool. Don't think you're safe and sound walking around breaking rules. I'll bet your parents are worried sick. That's not as cool as you think, not as cool as you think, yeah. Don't get laid back, cause you're not that cool. Don't think you're safe and sound walking around breaking rules. I'll bet your parents are worried sick. That's not as cool as you think, not as cool as you think, yeah. That's not as cool as you think, not as cool as you think, yeah.
Okay, so hello, my class. Right, it's Monday, right? And we have a start together. The week start together in the morning. Today, right, we have two new friends. It would be, let's say, Khánh Thơ, right? Or Trâm. Okay, Khánh Thơ and Trâm. So let's introduce yourself a little bit. Okay, so Trâm, can you say something to introduce yourself? Trâm, can you open your microphone? Open your microphone. Okay. Trâm, can you hear me? Okay, right. So before inviting Trâm, we would say Khánh Thơ. Can you, yes, introduce a little bit about yourself?
Hello, my name is Khánh Thơ. I'm 29 years old, and now I'm working, and I learn English for work and for teaching my children.
for teaching your children.
Yes.
Can you a little bit how many children do you have?
My children is 3 years old.
All right. How many children do you have? You
I
just
have
have
one
one?
child. Yes, I have only child, only one child.
Only one child.
Yeah.
All right. So is a boy or girl?
It is a boy.
Boy.
Yes.
So a 3 years old boy, right?
Yes.
So that's nice. So actually he's the same age of my nephew.
Yes.
Was born in 2020, right?
Yes.
Okay. Right. So all right. So very thank you, Thơ. How about you, Jam? Can you introduce a little bit about yourself?
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, teacher. My name is Drum. Currently, I'm living in Cần Thơ City, and my job is the lecturer at the university.
Oh, the lecture. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Like what major do you teach?
I teach about hospitality.
Hospitality. That is interesting. As a lecturer. Okay, right. So let's get started with our topic today. But before starting, type some phrases down on a chat box. The topic is, let's say today we learn argue, right? So let's type something down on a chat box. Okay, type some phrases, một vài cụm từ or some vocabularies that you know related to argument. All right, so I can see debate, nice, debate with the others, right? Debate with or communicate with, right? Communicate with. Communicate with. I type it up for you. Resolve the conflict. Okay, resolve. Or we can say solve, right? So it is the same meaning with resolve. Conflict. Nice. The conflict. Right, so with the noun conflict, we have some adjective. It would be heated, right? Heated conflict or an intense conflict. Take a step back, nice, meditate, nice, okay, meditate on something. I would have a phrase for you, meditate. All right, so meditate is kind of an activity when we sit alone, right, and try to breathe slowly, right? It's kind of the meditation. And when we meditate, it's like the time that we can find an agreement with someone, right? Or we can say meditate on something. All right, so I want to remind her and Jam, kind of the new friends, look at the chat box, okay? Because we would type something down on the chat box to communicate with others. Okay, thì mình sẽ gõ vào chat box some phrases, some vocabulary for you to know. I type meditate on something. It's like you spend time to think seriously, thoroughly about something. Okay, you think one problem seriously, you spend time thinking about it. Meditate, defeat, all right, speak respectfully, meditation. All right, so we have meditation is an activity. It's kind of a habit of many people. Respectful argument. Right, so very nice. Right, it's about the revising part. Cái phần ôn tập after some pre-activity, right? So let's get started into our slide today. Into our slide. Okay, right. All right. So with the first question, I would invite, let's say, Khánh Thơ. What do you see in this picture? What do you see?
I see they are arguing.
Okay, they are arguing. Yeah, all right. So, have you ever argued with your friends like that? A heated
Yes.
argument.
Yes, I did.
Right. So, what did you do to resolve the argument?
I think I will point out some. I will point some. The direction how to solve the problem to the other. And I will keep calm to have the positive argument.
Okay. So very good. All right. And about the pronunciation, cách phát âm, right? So try
Yes.
to remember some of these. First is about argue. Okay,
Yes.
argue
Argue.
with the first stress. Argue. Point, right? Point.
Yes.
You say
Right.
point out, right?
Point
Point.
out. Yes.
It's point. Point.
Right.
Okay. Nice. Calm.
Calm.
And positive.
Positive.
Okay, positive.
Yes.
All right, I typed down for you. Okay, so check the
Yes.
chat box. Right.
Thank
So
you.
before moving to the next question for Khánh Thơ, I would invite someone to type your answer down. Type your answer down of this question. Do you enjoy debating with others? Okay. All right. I would type some students' name down on the chat box. Okay. Ngọc Mai, Hạnh Nguyên, and let's say Liên and Minh Công. Okay, so type your answer down. Okay, type your answer down. And about Thơ, okay, so do you enjoy debating with others? Do you enjoy it, or are you afraid of it?
Think I afraid.
You're afraid. All right, so why? Why is it? Why do you afraid?
I think sometimes the debating is often the debating often lead to the I think is not is not good for everybody maybe in almost
It's not
the situation.
in most situation. Why is it's not good? Can you explain more? Why it's not good for us?
Everyone almost want to be the winner. I think that's
Yeah. All right. I understand. When people want to debate with the others, they want to be the winner rather than listen to the others, right? That's what you mean, right?
yes.
Right. Okay, so I believe that it just you have the debate with someone who don't respect you, but with the
Yeah.
one who respect you, they would want to find a way that they can understand you more. Because I think debate is give your opinion, give your perspective to the others to understand you more.
Yes.
Okay, but actually, I'm the same with you because I'm a people pleaser. A people pleaser. I tend want to please others. Một người thích làm hài lòng người khác, right? I tend to please other. I don't want to have any argument with the people, right? Because I'm afraid of stress when having argument, having some argument.
Yes.
I afraid people don't agree with me. Right, so it's okay, right? People pleaser. So very thank you, Thơ. Okay.
Yeah.
I will read the answer of Minh Công. I think I enjoy it. Right, so very courageous man. It's very exciting when someone I'm talking to brings up a debatable topic with an intent for discussion. It's also fun trying to put your thoughts across using different analogies or context. Analogies. Oh, and all right, I understand what Công mean. Okay, so you guys can read the answer of Công, all right, for understand his idea. This one, okay, this one,
Analysis.
analysis, right? That what you mean, Công? Analysis.
Analysis.
Analysis is a noun of analyze, right? Analyze is a verb, and analysis is a noun.
Analysis.
Two different analysis or context. Right. So a debatable context. Oh, right. So Công, have you ever suffered a debate without an intent for discussion? They just want to be the winner. Have you ever been through this situation where your friends, your partner just want to be the winner? They don't want to discuss. They just want to for you to agree with them. Can you share a little bit?
Can you rephrase the question?
Okay, right. So have you ever been through the situation where you have a debatable where you don't have a debatable topic? The one that argue with you just want to be the winner. Have you ever? All right, so you don't remember, right? Don't remember any situation where you suffer this.
It takes so long. I just remember I debate about my friends about that problem. It's very long. It's hard to remember.
All right, so can you imagine when you are in this situation, where would you solve the problem? So the problem for remaining the relationship with that person. Okay, because just like that person just want to be the winner, but you want to just like have a good relationship with them, still want to remain, giữ gìn, right? The good relationship with them. So how could you solve the problem? Can you share? Okay, right. So you are thinking, right? Okay. So I would invite you later. Just let's think about it, right? And then I will invite you later. I would invite let's say Lin. Okay, I would read the answer of you. I enjoy debating with others because that is a way to find the best solution to solve the problem. Nice. Okay, so Lin, beside debating, beside bên cạnh, right? So what ways for us to find the best solution? Is there another way? Can you share?
I think the way to find the solution to solve the problems is maybe can discuss and debate.
Discuss debate. All right, but I asked beside debating, bên cạnh debating. Is there any way?
And try to solve.
Try to solve. Right. Okay. All right. So I think that is about advice. We can add some advice, right? The topic that we learned last week. Seek some advice from others, or we can learn by ourselves. Read some books, right?
Yes.
Read some books to find the solution. Okay. Right. So which one would you prefer? Debating, seeking advice, or just like finding by yourself? Which one do you prefer?
Yes, because the most problems come from work, so I often debate with my coworker.
Debate with your coworkers?
Yes.
So very nice. It's about the coworkers, but have you ever been in a very intense argument with them?
Intense.
Very intense. Right. It's kind of very strong, intense. Rất là căng thẳng. Okay, intense.
Yes, maybe have. And we saw this about by my boss. My boss will listen carefully or the idea of everyone, and
Yeah.
yes.
I understand. Just like have a very respectful argument that your boss build, right? Just like they tend to listen from different sides to understand the context, right?
Yeah.
Right, so very nice. Okay, right, so I would read the answer of Han. Okay, try to change the way they think when arguing. It's necessary to approach argument with an open mind and willing to learn. Yeah. Okay, so Han, so why should we change the way we think? Just like change our mindset, right? So why?
Because
Can
you can approach different opinion or perspective.
Okay. Oh, nice. A broad different perspective. Have you
Yes.
ever feel small? It's kind of feel insecure, feel that you are not good enough when just like when receive the other opinion about yourself. Have you ever felt like that?
Yes. Whenever I discuss or debate with our college, I can learn something from them, and I think I can I think I have the open mind to discuss and willing to listen, and I easy to absorb the to absorb the different opinion to their different opinion.
Yeah, I understand. You are easy. It's easy for you to observe, right? Observe. It's
Yes.
kind of observe. Yeah,
Yes.
I observe, or you can embrace, right? Embrace. You accept it, right? Accept
Yes.
different.
Yes.
I type it down. Nice. Okay, so use very nice word is absorb. It's kind of you consume something when you absorb, kind of absorb vitamin is in the dark meaning, or Okay, absorb the vitamin, or we can say absorb new ideas, new opinions.
Yes.
Very nice, Han. Okay, so very thank you. How about you, Công? Have you thought about it yet? Do you remember, Công?
Yes.
Okay, so can you share a little bit?
About the situation. Well, wait.
Okay, right. So Công, you can type it down for us, right? You can type it down for it more, just like clearer, right? Type something down. Type your thought down. Okay, so Công, right? Type it down and I can read it later.
Yes.
I would go to the next slide, right? What do you see in this picture? I would invite, let's say Nhật Lê. Okay, what do you see?
I see three children. They are in different age, and they are arguing with each other. Seem like everything get quite heated.
Right, why he did? How about their mother?
The mother seems to have seem to do not know how to mediate the debating the argument between her children.
Debate between our children. Okay, right. So have you ever in this case? Can I ask you a little bit? Are you a mother?
No, I'm still single.
So still single. Right. So are you an aunt of someone, like of your nephew, or do you have any nephew or niece?
Yeah, I have three nephews.
Okay, right. So have ever your children debated like that? Have a heated debate like that?
Yeah, actually a lot. Um,
A lot.
yeah. They are different. They are often in a debate, and they 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 have their own opinions, and they just don't listen to the other ones, and they they uh, they arguing a lot, and when things get heated, they just quiet, or they are in a fight.
They are in a quiet. That what you mean in a quiet?
They cry. My little brother, my little nephew cry.
Right. Yeah, I understand it. Right. Right. When things become overwhelming, when they cannot solve the problem and get what they want, they cry. Right. Become overwhelming. And they need some adults to solve the problem for them, right? Okay, right. So before moving to the next question, it would be, let's say, what does your family usually argue about? I would invite someone. Okay, it would be Khánh An. Okay, Thắng and One. All right. So type your answer down on the chat box. Right, so I would ask for Nhật Lê, what does your family usually argue about? About you and your mother, or your father and your mother? Your family. What things? What topic? What aspect?
Sometimes my family usually argue about some non-material things, like um like like what to eat tonight, or um, something normal in life, like the stories of the neighborhood, of the neighbor. And sometimes we argue about my life. They just want to give me advice about that I should get married, where I should work, some, because I just I remember that I have thought about living to Ho Chi Minh City. So my parents just debating with me about whether I should stay in Hanoi, because they just want me to live nearly to them, and have a care needs of my family.
Okay, I understand. When say about the non-material problems, I think about kind of some problem related to emotion. Okay, related to something inside our heart. All right, so okay, so when I think what when it comes to food, when it's related to food, related to clothes, about something that we can hold, is material. Nó là về vật chất, right? Material. All right. Right. So when you say about non-material, I think about you discuss about you and your family discuss about the value that that you hold dear, or that you can say my family hold dear. So when you hold dear some values, you respect that value. You respect that kind of things. That is not material, okay? The value is something not material. Hold dear is you cherish, you respect, you think that is very important. So we can say hold dear. Okay. All right. So for example, it's a filial piety. I will type it up for you. Filial piety. Okay, it's kind of đạo hiếu. Okay, it's kind of the value of any Vietnamese family, right? Okay, right. So we kind of we can discuss about it. Right. And sometimes, right, you say your parents give you some feedback, right, some advice about the marriage. So actually it also happened to me, because my parents think that they can resonate, they can resonate resonate that they can understand my situation, because they had been through my situation. Có thể hiểu được, có thể liên kết được. Okay, they think that they can resonate with my situation. So they give me some feedback, right? Right, so very thank you, Nhật Lê. You can learn some of phrases that I recommend to you. And I would read the answer up on my family often argue about topic related to generation gaps, such as hobbies, lifestyle. Right, so can you share one kind of memories where when your family argue about your hobbies? Can you share a little bit?
Yeah, because my parents and I are in two generations, so sometimes my parents couldn't understand about my hobbies, such as I often want to do something with my hair, such as dyeing my hair or make it curly. Yeah, and my mother didn't agree with it. She want keep my hair straight and black. Yeah, so sometimes we have some discussion.
Okay. All right. So and then do you agree with your mother? Do you agree with her?
No, no.
You
I
just do.
I told to my mother that because I'm young, so I want to try many new things to find which is the best for me.
Wow, which is the best for you? Nice.
Yes.
All right. So sometimes our parents cannot be vibe, right? Cannot be vibe with what we think is better for us. Be vibe with is kind of understand. Okay. Be vibe with something, understand something. Yeah, nice. I would read the answer of Thang. In my family, often argue about many different topics. Right, it's about cooking, how to cook a food better. Your father likes salty food, and mom and I like bland food. Okay, often hear my mother complains about his cooking. Right. So, how about you? Do you think that your father really need to change the way that he cook? Thắng? Do you think that and have you ever gave him some like some feedback, some constructive feedback of his cooking?
No. I think everyone has their own state. I respect his taste, but still, I think my father's cooking is not is really not good.
It's really not work. Okay, it doesn't work, right? But you still respect. Okay. All right, nice. Okay, right. So how about let's say when you have your own family, it means that when you get married, do you think that you have to tell like give some feedback to your wife how to cook? Because you know you have to live with her for the rest of your life, right? So eating something that you enjoy is really important. Do you agree with that? Agree with that with my opinion? Uh, do you get what I was saying? Like, I believe that eating something that we enjoy is really important. Right, so giving some feedback about how to cook better is necessary. So would you do that, Thắng? You haven't thought about it?
I think in the future when I get married, I I I think it's easy to say feedback with my wife uh, to to her cook better food.
It's easy, right? Right. I also believe that when we love each other, we would want to give the other our best, right? So giving some feedback is easy. Mm, Okay, right. So very thank you, Thắng. We would move to the next slide. I would invite, let's say, Jam, right, to answer this question. What do you see in this question, in this picture?
I think in the picture it's the family and the parents have a conflict, but the children look like the girl it look like annoying.
Okay, it's look like annoying. All right. Like the argument make her feel uncomfortable, right?
Yes.
Okay, right. So before moving to the next question, to ask Jam, I would invite someone type your answer down on the chat box. Okay, right. So it would be Ngọc Ánh, Dung, and let's say Tường Vi. Okay, Mai Thanh. All right. So I think that today there are many students for me to handle. Right, Mai Thanh and Thúy Hà, right? Type your answer down. Okay, type your answer down on the chat box. I would invite Trâm. Okay, so is it okay to argue in front of your kids when you have a kid, when you have children? Is it okay to argue in front of them? What do you think?
In my opinion, I believe that we shouldn't have an argument in front of the kids, because firstly, I think they don't understand. They don't understand they are still young and they don't understand the problem between the parents. So it's very hard for them, and they just get the negative feeling from the adult.
Right. Have the negative feeling, right? I understand because it would become overwhelming with them. They are just children and they might feel insecure, right? Feel insecure. It's like they don't feel safe, right? When hearing something very intense. That what you mean, right?
Yes, it's true.
All right. And sometimes because of fear, the fear that their parent give them, they would lose the attachment, cái sự gắn kết to their parents, right? Right. Okay. So it's like, can you give me some solution, some better solution to avoid arguing in front of your kids? Give me some solution. Can you?
I think that's the first one. We shouldn't argument. We just debate to each other. And if you get the debate, it means the adult or the parents can someone have a step back and cool off, and we should communicate to each other in the friendly way.
All right. I think that in a constructive way is right. In a constructive way,
Yes.
try to give something useful.
Yeah.
Right.
Or we should communicate rather than argue to someone.
Okay. Right. So very nice job. Right. So very thank you. It's a good point to just like to build a healthy relationship, healthy environment for our kids to grow. I would read the answer of my Khan. If you have a respectful argument, it's fine to debate with your husband, wife in front of your kids. However, if there are some sensitive subjects in your talks, or you can't keep calm during the debating, it should be not. Yeah. Okay. So with you, what is the respectful argument? Can you share, Khan? What is the respectful argument?
I think if we have a respectful argument in the case, we can keep our behavior. We can choose a polite word when we talk together, and we in the case we have conflicts in thinking, in thoughts, in our thoughts, we we should not use bad word to criticize other people's point of views. So I think if we have respectful argument, it does in case our both our behavior and our good, it polite.
It should be polite. Right. And right, and I think that it shouldn't upset anyone. It shouldn't some offensive. So phản, some offensive way, offensive word, right?
Yeah.
Shouldn't use that. Right, and we can try to listen or discuss or communicate thoroughly. Okay, thoroughly, clearly, right? So very thank you, Mike. Right, I would read the answer of Ngọc Anh. It's not a good way because parents' argument witnessed by the trial create a non-conflict, which make for a less active and happy trial. Can you explain more a non-conflict, and that makes a less active? Why? Why does it? And can you explain more for us?
In English, right?
Right. Is explain.
Uh, no, is a conflict. I write is increase. Yes, I will train non-conflict to conflict.
But why is make the trial less active and happy?
Because that when they see their parent debate, have when parents debate it have unhappy in their debate, and in some and in gradually it's create the children that their parent is unhappy in their marriage. I think that.
I understand. It makes the children think that, right? Misunderstand that their parents are in an unhappy relationship.
Yes.
Yeah, and they would be afraid of marriage or having a partner, having a boyfriend or girlfriend in the future.
Yes.
Yeah. Right, so I understand now. All right, so very thank you. And I would ask you, okay, based on your answer, you say that because it will negatively affect to the mental and behavior, but how can a conflict between his or her parent would change his or her behavior in the future? Why? I would like how can it change? Can you share more?
I think the parents is a mirror of the the mirror for the children. So if one case who live in a family that their parents always argue each other, and maybe the children will learn about the way that then the parents solve the problem, and maybe in the future they will do it with their friend or their other people.
I do it with the friends. I understand. This kind of argutive, I believe in the attitude for the behavior when the kids like learned the way how their adults argue with each other. Tend to argue a lot when they grow up, right? Okay, right. So very thank you, Dung. When reading the answer of Hà, I have some phrase. It's like the children are the one who should be pampered by the parents. Kind of like who should be told by a very friendly, kind of lovely word, right? Rather than of offensive word. Speak respectful, right? Speak respectful in front of your kids. Pampered is kind of được âu yếm, right? Okay, được âu yếm by the parents by some very friendly word rather than some offensive word. I just pop up some ideas. Okay, so Hà, you can learn this phrase. I think it shouldn't to have. Right. So you should say it shouldn't have an argument in front of the kids because it may make them feel scared, unhappy, right? Because as I say, they are the ones should receive, just like the pampered by their parents, right? They can study the way. In this way thì mình sẽ dùng là they can learn ha. Study is something nó liên quan tới academy. Learn is more larger, is larger than studying. Nó sẽ rộng hơn cái study. Study thì thường nó liên quan tới học thuật nhiều hơn ha mọi người. But if we learn something, we can learn in our daily life. But if we study, we kind of have a notebook and we write something down. The way that the parents do and maybe apply in our life, right? Apply to our siblings or friends. The kids may not know how to live respectful to others as well themselves. Right. They would live kind of more intensely. They would receive others negatively, right? Okay, right. So sorry you guys, because today I cannot cover all of my students. I cannot invite all of you to answer to speak. Tomorrow we will have a speaking part. Okay, we can apply all of things that we learned today tomorrow, right? Thì hôm nay mình không thể cover hết mọi người. So very sorry. Và ngày mai thì mình sẽ có phần speaking part ha. Hồi nãy thì bên vận hành có gửi một cái form và mọi người điền giúp mình cái form feedback cho buổi học hôm nay ha. Mình sẽ gửi vào box chat. Và nếu mà mọi người có câu hỏi gì, do you have any question for our lesson today? Câu hỏi gì cho buổi học hôm nay? So just feel free to ask me. I would wait for you a little bit. Okay, and our feedback form is on the box chat. So let's check it and fill it for me for my improvement. Okay. Right, cái cụm từ mà mình gửi cho bạn Hà thì là they should be pampered, right? Thường là they should be hoặc là những đứa trẻ thì nên được âu yếm bởi những cái từ gì đó, right? Bởi những cái từ ngữ thân thiện. Okay, be pampered. Đây là một dạng bị động ha. So when you say I pampered myself, có nghĩa là tôi nuông chiều bản thân của tôi. I would type it out for you. I pampered myself with something. It's kind of I indulge myself, right? I indulge myself. I indulge myself in something. Okay, so if you don't have any question, we can stop here, right? And see you tomorrow. We will have a very nice time to speak together, to practice more. Okay, right, so goodbye everyone.
And teacher.
Bye everyone.
Goodbye. Have a nice day,
Bye everyone.
everyone.